We are live.
What up? Let's get weird since we're live. It's your boy Tommy G here with the special Thursday edition game day show of the new Stay Cashin show. For those of you who don't know, if you're here, you probably know. If you're watching this later, you might have missed it. Let me tell you why. We changed our schedule. Monday, Thursday, Friday, first full week of the new schedule. Game day show. If there's football, we're here. And then Friday because all the shit happens over the weekend. Bill Rupp, how you doing, buddy?
Let's go.
Let's go. Rackets, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, Tommy G.
You, Evan, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. It's a beautiful fall day outside.
Energy across the board. You want to know why? We all had 2 fucking days off, and it was amazing.
It was glorious.
What did you guys do with your 2 days off?
Well, we did Rupp and Rackets on Tuesday.
Exactly. That show. I'm fucking.
Yeah, you had nowhere to be found that way.
Oh, dude. Tuesday, Wednesday now are like, don't try to get a hold of me.
What were you doing?
I watched more Netflix over the last 2 days than anyone's ever watched in the history of the world. Just fucking nothing. Put some bets in. I think broke even on my baseball bets. Perfect. Break even.
Just Netflix? No other one? Just Netflix.
Well, I mean, they're all Netflix. Every streaming service is Netflix.
So when someone texts you, you're like, I'm doing like Netflix and chill or something?
No.
How it used to go?
No.
There's too many streaming services.
If I'm Netflix and chilling, Bill, I'm not answering my texts. So I'm doing fucking nothing. And
so you're doing Hulu and Hive.
Maybe I'm doing HBO Max and relax. You don't know.
Relax. There you go.
You don't know. You don't know. But I'm doing a streaming. What's streaming and creaming? I do. I do mix some porn in. So I'm streaming.
I like streaming and creaming.
Oh, shit.
These streaming services don't have porn, right?
No, but Chatterbait and fucking YouPorn do, and X Hamster and all the other fun ones. I'm streaming and creaming, baby. That's it. Watch a show, rub one out. Watch a show, rub one out. Let's go. Evan might die.
You can't say Netflix is chill because not everything's Netflix.
We're making streaming and creaming shirts, baby. What'd you do? I said streamed and creamed, bro.
Remember we were young, Tommy, and we'd go to the video store?
That old, I don't.
You go to the video store, and they had the separate room behind the curtain where the porn was. And you
could be
always take a little look behind the curtain, and I would always I'm like, where'd my dad go? And my dad would always be back there, and fucking crazy.
There's that curtain in the back corner of the room.
There was no security guard, no anything. The curtain, and we'd just be like,
the curtain.
Oh, the curtain was the best. Anyway, so let's talk about some sports here. I think we got some headlines here, E. We will talk about the Bronco Monday night game. I know it was a couple nights ago, but we haven't been on because we were streaming and creaming, HBO Max and relaxing, Hulu and hiding, and Netflix and chilling. So we will talk about that today. But first, let's get to some headlines before we start talking about probably the most fixed game in the history of sports that took place on Monday.
We first have Brett Favre. He's being crucified by the media because he's trying to get millions of dollars from welfare and launder it. I'm not really sure the situation here, but he's trying to give it to the what?
Who?
Brett Favre.
Is laundering money?
Something like that. He's trying to steal money from welfare so they can build a Southern Mississippi volleyball thing for his daughter.
I saw something about that. Yeah,
I saw something about him being in trouble with the feds.
Unless it was on Hulu the last couple of days, I didn't see it. So.
Streaming cream.
Yeah, I was
streaming and creaming.
I was streaming and creaming, baby. I wasn't watching Brett Favre. So what's going on?
He was in cahoots with the governor, I think, Mississippi governor. Former governor Phil Bryant helped Brett Favre secure welfare funding for stadiums and all this other, but I don't understand how it's bad. I never saw what he actually did.
I think just because he's stealing welfare money from people who need welfare rather than...
I mean, as long as he's using it towards stadiums.
But he's getting crucified because it's for his daughter, and people are like, he's getting the famous person treatment, yada, yada, yada.
Listen, bro, I mean, everything in the world that most of the time that's good happens to you that's good is because you know somebody. You know? The days of you coming up from the bottom and working your way up are hardly there anymore. You get where you're at because you know somebody. And you have your name, and then your name is your name. You use it. You know, you what the fuck? Brett Favre's got it. I don't know what he did, but I would use my name to help out my family. Fuck yeah, if I could.
I mean, you don't know the story, so
yeah, I have no idea what he did.
Let's say you take a strong stand when you don't have any idea what he did.
You have no clue. No clue what he did.
No idea.
Using your name.
So supposedly, Brett Favre stole $5 million from Mississippi to build a new stadium for his daughter's college. So I guess he was stealing money from the Mississippi welfare program to then build a stadium. And I think this is a text exchange here.
Okay, so then he wouldn't be stealing it. It would be the governor, because how the fuck would he get access to the funds and welfare?
They were probably just in cahoots, and he probably convinced him or something.
Yeah. So we'll look into this more. I honestly have no idea what the fuck it's about. I missed it. This just happened over the last day or two.
A couple days ago I saw it. Yeah.
And $5 million really isn't that much for a stadium. So.
Well, I mean, it is a lot for the welfare program of Mississippi, though.
Well.
Yeah.
Can't help a lot of homeless people in Mississippi for that. The funny thing is, there was another thing. What did Brady? Brady got $100 million in PPP loan forgiveness. Yeah. No one cared. Brady's broken up with his wife. They're living in separate houses. He missed 2 weeks of training care. TMZ put a story out on their Instagram, and no one talked about it since.
Why isn't that everywhere?
It's just amazing how Tom Brady gets this fucking treatment that you could do anything and nothing happens. And then everyone else from Favre to fucking everyone along the way, if they take a shit, it's fucking national news. But Brady's is never national news. It's not, he's got to be the head of the cabal. Or he's just demon cyborg that fucking that literally everyone's afraid of. I watched a lot of
Listen, I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean,
it really is.
Certain people get away with everything.
Well, no, Brady. He's literally the only one that gets away with everything. So I guess there's this text exchange here that I'm reading. No, we never held that information publicized. I understand that you're being uneasy about it, though. Let's see what happens Monday with the conversation with folks at Southern. Maybe it will click with them, hopefully. Wow, just got off the phone with Phil Bryant. He's on board with us. We will get this done. Awesome. I needed to hear that for sure. I don't know. I guess they got some evidence here. Who knows? Fuck them. Next topic.
Speaking of Brady, the entire Bucs roster basically is hurt for this weekend, so I'm going to hammer the Saints.
Oh, come on. Are they really?
Oh, Godwin's hurt. Julio's hurt. Leonard Fournette's hurt. Brady's not practicing still.
Saints. My biggest bet of the year is the Saints. It's been the Saints. It's always the Saints. Boil the Friday fucking thing here. Do you want to see something interesting here, Evan?
Yes.
We were talking about it on the show yesterday. Let me just pull this up. First, Bucks. I bet the Saints money line versus the Bucks every time. You want to know when the last time the Bucks beat the Saints? Let's keep in mind they play them twice a year at minimum plus playoffs. Want to take a guess? 2018.
Wow.
Was the last time they beat the Saints. They lost 9-0, 36-27, 38-3, 34-23, 34-17, 31-24, 28-14. And if you remember, a few of those were with Tom Brady there. No Jameis and fucking Taysom Hill. There's some sort of, if you want to get demonic and you want to get conspiracy, we just talked about how Tom Brady is Satan incarnate, right? He sold his soul to the devil. He gets Benjamin buttoned every year. He looks like a 27-year-old fitness model. And 5 years ago, he looked like dog shit and couldn't throw the ball 15 yards. So he's obviously the head of the demons, right? Who do the demons hate? The Saints, right? So you got God versus Satan. Well, Satan keeps winning all this stuff, right? And who gets fucked the most of any team in football history by the refs in the playoffs? The Saints. The pass interference call, the clock situation. The Saints have been getting fucked in the play. So I think this is their kind of sacrifice. So Brady's sacrifice to the devil was, we're going to give you all this great, willing, good stuff, but we're going to let the Saints beat you every time. So I'm all in. Conspiracy theory. All in Saints. Well, let's go.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, if you're going to go conspiracy theory, that's the way to do it. And because they beat them 8 straight. So, yeah, we love the Saints this week. But, yeah, a lot of guys hurt for the Bucs. It sucks. What was the extent of Godwin's injury? How bad is it?
It's just a knee injury, I believe. I got it up right here. We got Russell Gage out with a hamstring, Chris Godwin with a hamstring, Julio Jones with a knee, Mike Evans limited with a calf, Brashad Perriman with a knee. So that leaves only 2 healthy receivers, Jalen Darden and Scotty Miller.
And the Bucks are still -2.5. Good luck. See, I was really hoping that they were going to come in more healthy so that all the fucking idiots would really go hammer the Bucks in this situation, because you never bet the Bucks versus the Saints ever in your life. You're a fucking idiot. If you pay for a gambling subscription or service that has the Saints, don't get mad at them. Don't unsubscribe. Probably just shoot yourself. So that's what you should do. Next topic.
The Lions are favored for the first time in a game since 23 games ago.
Bill, what do you think of that? Lions Commanders. Lions taking 82% of the money. Started off as a dog, moved to a favorite. 59% of bets, 82% of money is on the Detroit Lions, who can't win a game ever.
Washington, all the way.
All the way. What do you think?
I saw that this morning. Lions. Listen, the Lions. They got some good receivers. They got our guy Brown. They got stuff to move the ball. Their defense sucks. Mm-hmm. They're not going to win many games. This is ridiculous. Commanders win this easily.
Wow. Rackets.
I don't know about easily. You still got Carson Wentz there, but
easily.
Wow.
I have honestly, I'm off this game altogether. I could see I'm not touching it. Nothing for me.
So Rackets.
Well, you got to pick it in our contest.
Yeah. If I'm picking it in the contest, I guess I'm going Commanders, but I don't.
You guys just want to copy me since I went 11-4 last week?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Why would anyone ever want to copy you?
Because I'm in first place. By the way, Paul, did you catch what Joey Rackets just said right there? He said he can't bet on the Commanders or Redskins because they have Carson Wentz. But just 12 months ago, Carson Wentz was capable of winning.
He was the best quarterback in the world, right? He was the best quarterback in the world.
Last offseason, Carson Wentz with plenty.
No, I never say he's the best thing in the world.
Now we can't bet him and he's on the other team.
Shut up, stupid.
Joey, put a shirt on. Your fandom is showing.
I have a Mike Tyson shirt on. Is that all right?
What do you got there? Let's see. Let's go. I love Mike Tyson. Everything Mike Tyson rules. What else we got here, E-Money?
That's it for headlines. I think we should just get to Nathaniel Hackett being the worst coach of all time.
I mean, it didn't take long, right? Like, that was pretty impressive. It only took him about fucking 4 quarters of football to denote himself as maybe the dumbest guy in the history of the NFL. It is very difficult when you make so many mistakes in a game that the fucking media, who usually sucks the dick and tries to hide the fixes, actually is on there going, I mean, what happened here? Like, I don't understand, and making it like national news, right, Bill? Like, we identified the fix in that game in the first half. No one's talking about it. No one will ever talk about it because you said it, I believe, on the show, Bill. What did you say when we saw it in the first half? No one remembers the first half.
Exactly. It was the 2-minute warning thing right there.
It was so obvious.
Calling a timeout. They weren't running, they were running clock for some reason. It was ridiculous.
It was the same thing that happened in the first half happened in the second half. The exact same thing.
Exactly. So we saw the second half coming. But we were acute to it because we had a plus 8,000 fucking play on the draw and draw all that stuff. So we were really hoping for the halftime draw at the first half. And what we needed was Denver to come down the field and score, right? Russell Wilson, not a great time. Plenty of time, 2 minutes and 28 seconds left.
3 timeouts.
Starting the ball to 25. We're good. We're going to at least get a shot at this. Russ is going to go no huddle. And they complete the first play. If you want to go on NFL Rewind, go watch it. 3 timeouts at your own 25. They complete the first play. There's 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. And we're sitting there going, all right, come on, go. Like, get another play off, right? It's a free play. You get this off before the 2 minute. If you get off, and if you get out of bounds at 2:01, you get another free play, right? So you can get like 2 free plays out of this. Never went to the line. On first down, never went to the line. Just let the clock run to the 2 minute warning, at which point me and Bill went, something's up. And then just the shit show of that 2 minute drill, taking multiple sacks, almost throwing a pick in the end zone, looked very shady. But the end of that game was probably the craziest shit I've ever seen, Rackets. So tell me what the thing that bothered you the most about the end of the Denver game. We could talk about the spot that was clearly this much short of a first down, that they made a first down. We could talk about the clock management. I mean, pick a thing.
Let's go with the 4% chance historically in the NFL of hitting a 64-yard field goal. It's happened twice in the NFL history, and yet just last season, 4th and 5 was converted almost 50% of the time, 49%. So you're going to take a 4% chance over a 49% chance and just completely burn every fucking second that you had inside a minute.
That doesn't bother me, Rackets. If
It's
he's
insane.
gonna do that,
That's insane to me.
no, but listen to me. If he's going to do that, right, you already know you don't make that decision up when it becomes 4th down, right? You already know you're not going for it. You know what I'm saying? On that 3rd down, you should already know what you're going to do on 4th down.
Well, that 3rd down was long, and they ran like a screen pass or like a swing pass or something.
Exactly.
It ended up getting like 12 yards out of I think it was like 3rd and 15. You got, or 3rd and 20,
so
whatever the fuck it was.
that led me to believe that they were going for a field goal. They knew it the whole time. So as soon as you get out of that 3rd down ends, send out your fucking kicker, send out the unit. If he misses, you still have 3 timeouts.
Dude, to not only so here's the thing. So I'm going to agree with you.
And a minute to go.
This is where you can tell things are fixed, right? This is where you can tell there's some shady shit going on. Because people aren't that stupid. Everyone thinks the coaches are just stupid now, right? No, sometimes it's beyond stupid. Sometimes it's blatant, right? So Rackets, like you said, mathematically, there's a 4% chance of making that field goal. There's a 49% chance of making it on 4th and 5. If you're an analytics coach, which these guys claim to be, then obviously you're going to play the analytics on it, especially with 3 timeouts and a minute 20 left and Geno motherfucking Smith on the other.
And it's not even a point of analytics. Like, that's just common sense at that
point.
But
let me now side with Bill. So I'm with that side of it, right? You get up there, you got to prepare for it. From Bill's point of view is they knew they were kicking the field goal there the whole time, right? If you want to kick that field goal, that's fine. I mean, if you think your kicker has the leg and can get it, then that's fine, right? Like, you could do that. But like no coach in the NFL does, you have to prepare for the potential failure of that event since it's a 4% chance of succeeding. So to ignore the 96% and think what I'm going to do is run the clock all the way down, so when he hits this field goal, they only have 25 seconds to come back at us, and I'm going to use my timeout with 25 seconds left so that we don't have 3 on defense. Just no thought of if he misses. So like Bill said, what down did they kick the field goal on?
4th.
Right? So on that 3rd down play, if you knew that was the situation, you should have been preparing for that. Had the field goal unit ready. Okay, don't get it. Minute 5 seconds left. Get him out there. Let's go. Take it. Kick the field goal with 47 seconds left. Miss the field goal. 3 timeouts versus Geno Smith. 40, 35, 30. You get the ball back. And then you only got to go another 40 yards again with Russ with no timeouts to get another crack at it. No one in their right fucking mind would run it to 0 and then use the timeout.
When they fucked up and they used that timeout and they ran the clock down, when the ball switched sides, they used their other 2 timeouts.
When they were kneeing it, too.
Yeah.
They were salty as fuck.
The game's over.
Dude, and you have Russell Wilson, bro. You just gave this guy $250 million. It's his old team in his own house. Do you think Russ wants this deciding on the 4% kick or the 49% 4th down conversion?
How come he can't just – he doesn't have enough, say, in that offense to just call timeout by himself?
I have no idea.
That had to come from the sideline?
Obviously, he does. But
so what was the problem?
It was fucking fixed. The game was fixed.
What about
I'm so obvious. Dude,
I completely agree.
On the 1 yard line 5 times.
2 times. On the one, they had to get 1 inch.
The game was so
but that wasn't Russ's fault, those fumbles.
No,
not the fumbles. I'm talking about the timeout, though. If you're the quarterback, like Peyton Manning on that cast.
Dude, first of all, yes, the fumbles are Russ's. Fumbles are Russ's fault. Because you shouldn't be out of the shotgun on the 1 inch line.
Yeah, that's
also
ridiculous.
True. You run up and fucking sneak. Those are the most
ridiculous.
ridiculous play calls.
Do you know that what it looked like, Tommy? It looked like college.
It looked like Hawaii.
It looked like college games.
It looked like a low-end Hawaii game.
Always in shotgun.
You never go from the shotgun from the 1st and goal from the inch line.
But, I mean, it is pretty ironic that they that it's exactly what people wanted them to do in the Super Bowl, wanted Russ to do in the Super Bowl, and then they fumbled.
It was the same thing. It was the same fumble twice. Like, come on, guys. We're watching. That was a simulated fucking universe.
You're starting out in shotgun, right? Which is pushing your running back even further back.
7 yards back.
Yeah. So now he's got to run all the way up, receive the ball, and then by that time, the fucking linemen are already past your guys, and that's why they're punching it out.
My favorite thing is when you watch a football game and you watch them bring in 3 tight ends to run the ball up the middle. Like, what's that third tight end going to do? Like, when you have the center, guard, tackle, tight end, and you're running the ball here, what is this? Who's this guy blocking? All you're doing is bringing your formation in so that 11 defenders spread out are now all right here, right towards the guy you're running with. These coaches are all fucking retarded. It doesn't make sense. But
I don't believe any bit of that game was real. And
that game was fucking
real because every single down, Seattle went to the right. They got a first down. Throw to the right, run to the right, throw to the right, run to the right, and then they just stop it. It makes no sense.
You were saying that the whole first half, they can't stop anything to the right.
And here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. Here's how easy it is for them to fix shit, right? I ended up taking the Broncos money line in a parlay, okay? Because I figured they would fix it to make sure they don't cover the spread. That's what they usually do, right? So that the Broncos can win, they just can't cover the 6.5 because most average bettors bet the spread and not that. But the funny thing is, my first instinctive analysis, and me and Hoffman went through a Monday night conspiracy, Tommy G, first look, not knowing spreads or anything, breaking down the whole slate. Rackets can verify this. Rackets, when we were doing our survivor picks, what did I tell you about Denver?
You said be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I was wrong on my survivor pick with Titans, but I love Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson's an MVP this year. Yep. Me and Ghost have been arguing. I love Sutton.
We were comparing the lines from the Broncos to the Cowboys and how they were just different.
Love the Cowboys, right? I love the Cowboys, the Broncos. I was telling Rackets, don't use this for Survivor. This was on Monday of last week. Something's wrong with it. Russ is going back home to Seattle. It's national TV. The bookies are going to need to get their money back if they got hit. I could just see them rigging this and making Russ lose. Granted, the line was moving comfortably, right? It went from 190 to 250, so at least the line moved, unlike the other games. But it was just...
Yeah, but Tommy, not only did the
line dropped to 6, Bill, right before...
Not only did the books fuck us, they fucked everybody on the spread, whoever bet spreads.
Well, the first half was clearly...
Then they got us drawn back in again at the end.
Right.
With 2:30 to go, 3 timeouts. Russ has the ball. Minus fucking 270 on the other side. I mean, come on, bro. It's ridiculous. They suckered us in twice. And listen, that's how it went.
Man, listen.
Let's hope tonight's different.
Denver had 12 penalties for 122 yards or something in that game. I mean, it was maniacal. The whole fucking, someone's running shots the first half. The whole first half. The first half is blatantly rigged. I know some people say NFL games aren't fixed. Do you watch NFL games? Of course they're fixed. Our job is just to get on the right side. I bet the Texans and I bet the Falcons because those games seemed like they were fixed for the dogs. So I took advantage of the fix. So I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying it happens and we need to be able to identify it and jump on the other side and make a shit ton of money. That's what we do in college football. I haven't made a college football bet, I don't think, in 5 years that I didn't think the game was fixed. I only take the fucking side that looks like it's fixed for. But I mean, the thing about that game, Bill, even regular people were on Twitter going, that wasn't real. Even regular, what is your thought? You're not really a big fixed game guy. What was your thought watching that game?
I mean, it just makes zero sense for you to run the clock down in that situation and expect your kicker to make a 64-yard field goal. It's Brandon McManus, and he tweeted after the game too. He was like, I told him to get it to the left hash. I told him I could make it. That's on me, guys. I'll be better next time. You cannot expect a fucking kicker to make a 64-yard field goal when you're not even in Denver and you're just in Seattle.
Yeah, everyone's coming in. I just did. It might be delayed. Everyone's coming in talking about the flags in the first half. Yeah, the flags in the first half were insane. So here's my theory. So the Thursday night football game with the Rams, I mean, that was just boring. We had the Bills. It was great. But everyone's props fucking fell through the floor, right? The Rams just fucking did absolutely nothing outside of Cup. But Thursday night was fine. Shit show. Sunday night football game was the disaster of the year. That was the Tom Brady fucking Dallas Cowboys shit show where everyone basically just got up on their props on the game. You know, if you had the Bucks money line or Bucks spread, you did fine. I don't think many people were betting Dallas, but prop disaster. Then you had the clearly fixed game, you know, the other night. I think they got to let this night go fine tonight. I really do. But me and Bill were talking about it on the phone. I think if they make the Chiefs-Chargers game end 17-14 and Mahomes throws for 220 and fucking Herbert throws for 240, I think people may stop gambling by Friday. And we did good on NFL. I'm not crying. Keep in mind, I had my best Sunday afternoon in a long time. Like I said, I went 11-4 last week or whatever. But if this is a shit show tonight, Bill, you may have people starting to boycott primetime football. Plus, it's the first game on Amazon Prime, so we have that going for us tonight. They're going to want to come out, bells, whistles, everything exploding so that people buy Amazon Prime.
Oh, I can't wait till everyone's bitching on Twitter. I don't have Amazon Prime.
So they listen. If they throw a dud up on Amazon Prime tonight, you're not going to get a lot of Amazon Prime signups, right? Because people are going to be like, fuck this, dude. These primetime games are shit anyway. They need fireworks. We need fireworks. Everyone needs a prop extravaganza. It's coming tonight. And right after we do baseball right now, we're going to tell you who to target in this extravaganza. Do you guys agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Hammer the over.
All right.
Yeah, listen, I hope it goes that way.
Let's do some baseball real quick first, and then we're going to give out the Thursday Night Football bets.
I love it. Can't wait till everyone's bitching they can't watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching it.
I want to see how far it is behind, too.
Yeah,
Before we get into baseball, this just reminds me of the playoffs last year and how, like, remember going into the playoffs, in the first week of the playoffs, we were like, wow, this product sucks. And then all of a sudden, the first weekend of football, everything was down there. The first playoff weekend, everything was decided by a game-winning kick. So this is the same fucking storyline.
Dude, literally, I think almost every team that won either could have lost or should have lost at the end of the game this weekend. Like, every game flipped in the last minute. It was nuts.
Rackets, did you see that Federer retired?
Yeah, I saw his tweet this morning. It's kind of. I think it's kind of like a Serena thing. I think he'll be back eventually.
Yeah,
just for like a tournament or something. I think he'll play Wimbledon again next year.
I don't even think I've seen him play in forever. But let's get to the baseball slate. We're gonna do this real quick, guys. It's a very short slate. We might not even go the full hour today. We don't need to just talk to talk. Tomorrow's show will be extended. So tomorrow's show we're gonna be doing the full NFL for the weekend, full college football. How we do, will be on with us for that. We're going to touch on baseball tomorrow. We got Mike coming on for UFC. So we got a pretty jacked show up on the Friday shows now with football being back fully. So that's going to be a big one. But let's just buzz through some MLB here. There's only like fucking 5 games on the slate, right? Let me see. How many games we got? We got a game coming up at 3:08. So let's talk about that first. Blue Jays -130. Gossman versus McClanahan. So what do we like here? McClanahan or Gossman? Blue Jays -130. Rackets. That's been a team you've been playing a lot of.
I'm on the Blue Jays -130. The Rays kind of hit a wall. They haven't been scoring the last couple days. They were 20-5 in their last 25, and that was going into that Yankee series. Since then, they kind of cooled off. Toronto, Tampa kind of starting to look done. Toronto's scoring some runs, and Gossman's been pretty good against the Rays. So I'm on Toronto today.
I just started laughing thinking about streaming and creaming. I just got a random text that said, "Where you been?" I almost wrote
Streaming and creaming, baby.
Oh, Bill, you like the Blue Jays too?
Tampa's done. Our bet's done. They're not going to catch the Yankees.
What'd you say?
I mean, it's not.
The Yankees in a runaway.
Tampa's playing bad.
Tampa needed a sweep last week.
These fucking idiots talking about.
I mean, this Tampa team is this Yankee.
A week and a half to realize Tampa wasn't catching the Yankees.
Listen,
no one's catching the fucking Yankees.
Yeah, they cut it to 4. They cut it to 4.5.
It doesn't matter. No one's catching the Yankees.
They cut it to 3.5.
They had no one.
Well, no one should catch the Yankees. They were fucking 40 games up.
Bader's coming back. Stanton's back. DJ's gonna get healthy.
Nobody's coming back.
Stan looks lost, dude.
Fucking Yankees.
Stanton's awful. The only person they got is Judge.
The Yankees, you idiots.
I mean, Rackets,
God, was that an annoying
this is the guy who, in the beginning of the season.
No, we're not going to the beginning of the season.
Said, I might not even be a Yankee fan anymore.
Listen. I'm not going to the beginning of the season. We all had great calls and bad calls at the beginning of the year. This is a week and a half ago. You idiots are on here screaming at me that everyone's catching the Yankees. This knucklehead with Baltimore, I don't think they've won since August.
They won 2 in a row. Shut your mouth.
You're fucking sitting here with the Rays. You just quit on them a week later. No one's catching the Yankees. Their lead was too big.
Well, what was your great call in the beginning?
I think Yankees are going to end up fucking running away with the division.
No. The beginning of the season.
No.
What was your? So you picked Seattle last year,
and I took them again this year.
I mean, so you took a playoff team to make the playoffs again?
I predicted them to make the playoffs.
That was a stretch.
How was that a stretch? My team. Well, if Rackets picks Baltimore next year, do we not give him credit for it? It's his boys.
Nationals.
Who's yours? You got a new team every fucking year.
How hard? How easy is it, or how hard is it?
The fucking Mets can win the division. Let's
how hard is it to pick the worst team in baseball?
Bill, I'll go right now.
I picked the worst team in baseball.
All the money that you're about to win, and they ended up as the worst team in baseball.
Yeah.
So, not like you did anything. They won 57 games.
I technically picked the worst team in baseball.
How hard that is? Yeah. Let's see you pick. Well, who's going to be the worst team in football? Go. I'm writing it right now on the whiteboard. Come on.
Man, honestly, I had it on Seattle.
So easy, Tommy. I'm giving you a free one. Go ahead. Tell us all.
I picked the Bengals last year to go to the Super Bowl. I picked the Bengals.
No, shut up and answer the question.
You know what I want to put on the wall right now, Bill, since I'm going to owe you $2,000? $1,000, Braves Mets. I think the Braves take the division.
No, I'm not betting that.
Why not?
Just because it actually.
Why not? Because I predicted that.
All right, the Braves are 10 up. Mets will be 10 up on the wild card. I don't care. We'll get a 3 at home. It'll be the same.
Oh, you definitely care. You told us how important the bye was.
Not important anymore. Not with DeGrom's back. So who's going to be the worst team in football?
Who knows who's going to be the worst?
Make a call if it's so easy.
No, what do you mean? Who did you predict was going to be the worst team?
The Nationals. I said they were going to be the worst team in baseball.
I mean, we all knew that. They lost.
I bet they're under. No, we didn't all know that.
Of course we all knew that.
So easy, right?
I thought you were talking about the Royals, how you predicted
So easy, right? So easy.
I thought you were predicting how the Royals were going to be great. And they fucking
traded a lot of their guys away.
Fucking shut up.
And I said Bobby Witt Jr. was going to be amazing.
Shut up. Bottom line, Baltimore's gone. Rays are gone. Yankees in a runaway. Seattle's going to win the World.
This guy's not even a Yankee fan.
And the Mets.
Yeah, I'm going to denounce the Yankees if they sign Boone. If they sign Boone, I'm out. All right, let's just get past this because you won't make a call. You too.
No, we will agree to cream and stream. All right, Phillies, Marlins. Who do we like there, Rackets?
A little bit of interest in the Marlins, but I'm not betting it.
Who would bet this game? -130? -130? Why?
Bill's yelling at us to bet.
I mean, what I will do, and I will give out on here, and I hit one last week also. What do we do in Syndergaard pitches?
Deals.
Here we go. I've been playing it every week for the past 6 times he's pitched. I think I missed once. Actually, the time I missed, 2 guys got thrown out. So they were stealing, but they got thrown out. I will be doing 3 guys. I'll give them to you as the show goes. I'll look who I'm going to do. But we're going to take some guys to steal against Syndergaard, 100%.
Birdie's probably one of them.
I am making a bet. I am making a bet on this. I am going to take Philly. I'm going to take the Phillies -130. Dude, Pablo is exactly who I said. I mean, honestly, you want to talk about the best prediction of the year. Talking about Pablo being like either 5 runs or none. I mean, I've been talking about this for 3 months, and even in his last game, let me just read you the earned runs for his last 10 starts. 8, 2, 2, 0, 6, 2, 4, 6, 1, 5, 1, 1, 2, 5, 0, 6. I mean, the guy never gives up 3 or 4 runs.
It should be a good game then by that.
He never
by that
gives
game
up
line.
3 or 4 runs. It's just fucking 6, 7, 8, or 2, 1, 0. So I'm actually going to go with Cindy Pants here just because most of Pablo's blowups do come at home and they do come against good teams. He blew up against the Mets. He blew up against San Diego, blew up again against the Mets, AL opponent in Texas. So blew up against the Cardinals, blew up against the Mets, blew up against Houston, blew up against Tampa. So all of his blowups have been against good teams. I think this Philly offense is a good team. I think this game goes over. I think we're taking Pablo. He's 4 innings and 3 innings in his last 2 starts. Arm looks like it's fallen off. 75 pitches and 78 pitches in his last 2 starts. I think Pablo's done. I think he's tapped. He's gone from like a 2 ERA to a 4 ERA. Let's take the Phillies here, minus 130. Next game. I got to get my charger here. Hey, pick the next game, whatever it is. Pittsburgh Mets.
Go ahead, Bill.
Mets are in a slump. Atlanta lost yesterday. Mets have injuries they're dealing with.
Slump or collapse?
So Scherzer pitched yesterday, so he'll be back soon.
From what? Injury that Tommy predicted?
Mets will be ready for the playoffs. And even if they don't win the division, they'll go to the wild card. That means 3 games at home. That means Syndergaard. That means Scherzer, DeGrom, and then whoever else they want to throw in there, Bassett or somebody. I'm not worried about it at all. And then that's just like a bye. So.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense considering you were saying initially how important the division is because you get the bye.
Because we didn't have
the bye.
DeGrom.
Now that you don't have the bye, it's not important.
Because we didn't have DeGrom.
I got it. No one wants ice cream when they have ice cream in the freezer. I get it. What do you think there, Rackets?
Not like the Mets, but I'm not. They're kind of free falling last week. I don't know about it too much. They lost as like minus 410s the other day.
Minus 405, and that is free falling is a much better explanation, Rackets. I like that much better than Mets are a little cold right now or whatever. Fucking
no, a little more cold.
A little more cold there, buddy. A little more cold. My water.
Pete Alonso finally hit a home run I think he's gotten 2 in the last couple of days, but before that he hadn't hit one in like 3 weeks.
No one's hitting them.
Because
Judge has 20-something more home runs than the next person.
Yeah, it's amazing how nobody's even asking if he's fucking cheating.
That's not even normal. Like, that's never happened.
That's steroids.
It's Babe Ruth.
HGH just had double.
Did you blame Babe Ruth at steroids?
No, Babe Ruth was just fucking had fat power. He had that.
So nobody else is doing steroids? He's 20-something home runs above everyone.
His head is grown twice the size. He looks like a monster now. Go look at a picture of Aaron Judge 4 years ago. His head is doubled.
Same thing with Pujols.
It's gotten longer.
Pujols obviously he's not juicing, but just this little home run barrage he's had in the last 2 months. The last month. It's a different bat, dude. That's all it is.
Well, no, we saw it's a different bat in the home run derby. He stopped.
Yeah, he switched bats in the home run derby.
We all saw it on national television. And there you go.
Astros 310 A's. Any interest?
No.
The Astros really have nothing to play for.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're going to be the number 1 seed. They're going to run away with it.
Pablo Lopez Part 2. Dylan Bundy and the Twins taking on the Royals.
I mean, that's game is just.
Judging by your faces, I think we carry on. Here's 2 teams I hate betting on. St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Cincinnati Reds. But your boy Mikolas is on the mound there. Fucking Rackets. We laying the 290, putting it in a parlay. What are we doing with this?
I'm good with putting in a parlay, maybe a Cardinals football parlay, something like that. I like Mikolas. The 300 scares me a little bit, but they should get the win here.
Bill Rupp.
Nothing. Rackets, do you know that Bertie is plus? What do you think he is for a stolen base?
Oh man, just by that reaction, 150,
115. How disgusting is that?
I mean, that's
you can't even bet that, dude.
No, it's not like he's got fucking.
No one could ever be plus 115 to steal a base.
That's insane.
It's impossible because if he does what he's supposed to do, he'll get on base of 3 at bats versus Syndergaard. Once is good, great. Once is 333 batting average, right? And then you're assuming that he's going to get on base with no one in front of him or in a situation where a steal even makes any sense. That's fucking. No one should ever be less than plus 200 to steal a base.
Yeah, and he's batting 253, so he's not even.
I mean, that's insanity, dude.
It's the worst line I've ever heard.
That's the worst line I've ever seen. I mean, where's that on FanDuel?
MGM.
What is it on FanDuel? Because we'll see how deep the faction is involved in this.
Do they have stolen bases on FanDuel?
I don't think they have it anymore. They added defensive things for football. They added sacks and shit.
Let me go to
No, they don't have stolen.
DraftKings and look. But I'm sure it's going to be the same thing.
Oh, yeah, it's insane. You can't touch that. Let's go to the next thing before we break down the game tonight. Final game, San Diego Padres. Anyone have any interest in this one?
A little bit in Arizona, but I'm probably not betting it unless it's live. I liked them a little bit last night too, and they ended up fucking walking it off, which was crazy.
Cost me my parlay. It's great.
Yeah, that was awesome, huh?
Fantastic.
Oh, we got a better line. Better line on DraftKings. Plus 105.
Yeah, yesterday I literally just split. It was like Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners, Braves. I think every one of them was minus 130, and I went 2-2. The day before, I had Seattle and Braves, White Sox parlay 1-1. So literally, the last 2 days are just treading water, which I guess isn't the worst thing heading into Thursday Night Football to blow it all. Because I'm gonna be firing tonight on the Thursday Night Football game, which we will get to right now. There's some lines on this game that don't make sense. First thing, before we get into props, let's just talk about the game itself. As a whole, 53.5 total, 4.5 line for the Chiefs, minus 210. I will tell you this, if you're looking to parlay something with St. Louis, Chiefs may be the place to go. I just want nothing to do with the St. Louis Cardinals because every time I play them, they fucking lose because they're assholes. What are we looking at here, Rackets, on a side? Just no props yet, just sides.
I gotta go get my son, so I'm just gonna give you guys everything right now.
Give me the rundown now.
Yep. I'm on the Chiefs with you. I like the minus 210. I like even the spread minus 4.5. I think I'm okay. I think the Chiefs win this game pretty handily. And then my 2 touchdown guy, I'm surprised at this price on him. Honestly, it's Hardman plus 2,200. Why is he 2,200? I mean,
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's probably closer to 12 or 1,300 than 2,200, right?
Why do you like Hardman so much?
He's probably the fastest guy on the field. He's assumed that Tyreek Hill role. He's going to be doing all that shit in motion, running toward the fucking line of scrimmage. Give me all of that, dude. You get him going fast against the Chargers defense has a little bit of speed too, but I think Hardman could just run right past them.
As an official play, do you want the Hardman 1 touchdown also?
Yeah, I mean, sure. That my specialty is the old 2, but
yeah, Rackets always does the 2 touchdowns for a small.
2,200 just seems outrageous for that.
I mean, listen,
honestly.
He got 6 targets last week. I know a lot of people were disappointed. I don't give a fuck what you did yardage wise or touchdown wise the week before.
They were red zone targets too. He had some red zone targets.
He got in the end zone. 3 for 16. I think Mecole Hardman's still very much in play here on a lot of angles for this, so I don't hate that at all. I don't care. Like everyone's like CeeDee Lamb, he was invisible. No, he wasn't. He had 11 targets.
The other one, I like a little sneaky guy for the Chargers. I don't know if he scores 2, but I think he does get into 1, at least 1. DeAndre Carter. That's my little sneak play this week. I like him.
Little DC action there.
Yeah.
All right. Juju had a big game last week. You think he replicates it? You think he's stepping up as the number 1 here? Or you think?
I think he's a pile of shit, man. Honestly, that's partially why I'm on Hardman too. I don't like Smith-Schuster at all.
Tell us how you really feel, Rackets.
It is what it is. I don't sugarcoat anything.
Go get your fucking kid.
I will.
Tell him I said hi.
All right. See you guys.
5:30, Rupp and Rackets.
5:30, Rupp and Rackets. New time.
New bat time. New bat channel.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys 5:30.
Same channel.
Actually, you know what? If I have time and you guys are still on, I might do some car diaries in a minute.
Wow.
We'll see if I get there quick.
All right, yeah, we'd love a little documented footage.
Oh, I love when the mic picks up.
Dude, I would love Rackets to get arrested filming children in a parking lot.
Oh, they come and get the cops.
We'll see what happens. I'll be back.
Screaming, just call the cops. Like,
they throw them up against the
parking
car.
There's some guy in an Orioles hat filming all the children.
Get him! Get him! I'll be back.
Get out of here.
That'd be awesome.
Trap him.
Imagine he gets arrested.
I mean, that would be content for the show. Silly Billy Rupp, what we betting on today? I like the Chargers today a little bit, but I think I'm going to bet on the Chiefs. I think this is.
I'm not going against the Chiefs.
I think I'm going to bet on the Chiefs.
Chiefs looked really good.
Give you guys a breakdown of the money breakdown on this. We always know it's important. It's slanted Chiefs for sure. This line opened at Chiefs -3. It's up to 4.5. We have about 62% of the money, 65% of the bets on the Chiefs side. That's nothing to really be too worried about. It's when it gets over 80% that you really got to worry. I don't think this is a game that I said it on the mic the other day. This is the safest game to be a clean game. The books just made a fucking killing on everyone last weekend. And I think they got money to give back to keep everyone live. It's Amazon Prime. They're going to need this shit. They need this game to go off. Viewership. Prime's first game had a 52-50 final. I think it goes to the fucking moon. I think the over's live as fuck. Not going to play the side too much. I'll probably tap the money line somewhere with the Chiefs. But for me personally, I don't think you need to play the side. I think this is a prop extravaganza here. I'm looking at the FanDuel odds boosts, which is very critical to look at for where the fix is. They have the Chiefs and Chargers to each score 1 rushing and passing touchdown, so that'll lose. And then they have Mahomes and Fields to each throw for 250. That'll lose. So one of these guys is going under. I know where I'm going from a prop perspective. Bill, what do you like? What are your favorites?
Hoffman just texted me. He likes Mahomes interception -125.
Okay.
We're on that. Listen, every island game, we go through the same ones, guys. So every island game, we do the same things. Already got them in there.
Explain those. So you guys did it on the show without me last week. My big thing is the halftime draw and team. We already hit one of those on opening day, right? So we're pretty much covered for the next week and a half. So that'll be you can find those online, and these are small sprinkles, guys. But you can find those as double chance or halftime full time. It's a fun bet to do. You take the draw and every outcome with it. So draw Chiefs, draw Chargers, draw. Draw usually pays like $8,000. So Evan will be putting those up right now. And then we usually do 1 touchdown each team each half and 2 touchdown each teams each half if we think the game's got some life to it, which this one definitely does, Bill. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be on that. I'm going to start you off with Travis Kelce. I know it seems simple. I know it seems easy. But, I mean, this line is insane. I don't understand what I'm seeing here. Kelce obviously stepped right into the role last week. 9 targets, 8 catches, $120 and a touchdown. Looked phenomenal. And we're talking about the Chargers here. So the Chargers were the worst team versus tight ends, like in America, for the last couple of years. So this is a fantastic matchup. Travis Kelce's last 3 games since 20 and 2021 played the Chargers 3 times, 13, 11, and 14 targets, 10, 7, and 9 catches, 90, 104, and 191 receiving yards. That's not total. That was in 1 game, and 3 touchdowns. So literally the dudes, if you take his worst receptions, worst targets, and worst yardage totals, right, of those 3 games, take the lowest of each. That's 7 for 90 and no touchdowns. His prop is 6.5 and 80. How? I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. So I'm slamming over 6.5 for Kelce. It's juiced to -140. You may be able to find it somewhere else a little bit cheaper. I just don't understand these numbers, Bill. That seems way too low. 79.5. His worst game against them in the last 3 years is 90. And he's the only option now, the only main blanket. And they're the worst team against the tight ends in football. How do we not hit this?
I don't know if somebody was joking. Someone in the chat earlier said they were going to do the under.
I mean, do it, but it's the wrong play. I mean, the only way you can fucking say it's the right play is because it's going to be very popular, right? It'll probably be the most popular prop, so it'll be very popular, which is
well, he'll be in a same game parlay with me, and then I'll
everyone's same game parlay.
I'll lower it.
I'm raising it,
but I'm definitely going to have him in there for a touchdown. So
I'm raising it. I'm going up with it. We hit the plus 2,100. Me going up on a couple of them on Sunday. We almost did another one. I'm doing it again, and you'll have to sign up at 4deepbets.com to find out what that plus 2,000 parlay is today. But Evan, give me Kelce over 79.5. Give me Kelce anytime touchdown, which is -140. I'm sure there's a way better number than that out there. Let me just see what MGM's sitting on. Check DraftKings, Bill. Kelce touchdown. MGM wants to log. I gotta fuck, dude. You literally go and take a shit and come back, and you got to relog into MGM. It's unbelievable.
Don't even log in. Just stay locked out.
What?
Stay locked out.
It's actually smart. I like to see when my free bets come so I could jump on.
Oh
He's -190 on MGM.
-150.
-150. So on FanDuel, we got all right. So let's take the 145. I'm sure there's a better line on Sugar Tits or something else out there.
That's gross.
It is gross. I'm just gonna same game parlay him. But
What's the line on his yards?
79.5, and his catch is 6.5.
You're the one saying you're not doing touchdowns this year.
Well, I'm doing it in a same game parlay. We're going to separate it for the freeloaders, but we'll have the bets for the subs. No, I did touchdowns, just only in the fun bets. But yeah, we'll do a little sprinkle on that. Another play that I like here. Mike Williams was pretty much non-existent, right? Keenan Allen is gone here. I think Palmer's going to be the guy to step up in that role. This is a guy I drafted in the keeper round last year in my league. I was high on him. I wanted to see. I like his talent and his skill set. I think there's an opportunity for him here, right? For Palmer. I kind of want to get alted up on him. I'm pretty sure his yards are 43.5 I saw. So I kind of like the Palmer 43.5. And another one I love is my boy Gerald Everett. I love tight end props. I just think they're safe props to bet. Primetime games, the tight ends tend to be heavily involved. If you watched the game the other night, we had the Fant and Albert O props. Fant didn't work out. He got 3 catches for 19 yards. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. But we also didn't expect Seattle to be winning the whole game and pounding the rock. We expected them to be throwing and getting a lot of late yardage from that. But we made up for it with the Rashad Penny live in-game bets, just kept hitting him. But I kind of like this, Bill. I kind of like my boy Gerald Everett. I think he kind of emerged a little bit last week, showed glimpses. I think he's in a good spot. I think he can get in the end zone. And I like his yardage. What do you think?
I'm not as high on him as you are.
I'm taking the 39.5.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably be in one of my parlays, my same game parlays. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I might take it down a little bit on that, but
you can go 25 plus. It's not going to kill you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do the Kelsey 60 and 25 plus type bet to make that even. But I think he gets in the box too. So I'm not going to make an official play, but go sprinkle that Gerald Everett 39.5 and sprinkle an Everett touchdown. I think he gets in the box. This will be one of the games I break my rules because I think, like we said, I think they need a festival today from scoring. So I think they need it to go over. They need it to be fireworks, get everyone back on board. Eckler here, Bill. I don't know. I don't know what I feel about Eckler tonight. I don't have a strong lean on him today so far. I'm going to dig a little more for the next couple hours. But what are you thinking?
Well, he didn't do shit last week, right? 14 carries for like 36 yards.
Yeah, I don't get overly concerned with that. We know what he is. It's not like he's not the same player.
And Keenan Allen's not even playing, right?
That's why I like Everett a little bit. I think Keenan Allen serves as that security blanket. Everyone's going to run to the Palmers and Mike Williams with no Keenan, but if you look at the routes Keenan runs a lot of routes fucking kind of inside the hash marks, and that's where Gerald Everett lives. So I think of anyone who benefits the most from Keenan Allen being out, and actually maybe Everett. Let me just see here. Game live with Keenan out.
I think on anyone else on Kansas City, I mean, it's tough, bro. Besides Kelsey, maybe Juju. I mean, the rest of them are like he threw a reception to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 guys last week. So it's hard to take the overs on these guys when he's throwing and he's spreading it around so much. You just don't know who he's gonna get it to.
I mean, the play is Herbert here. Just go over 1.5 for each of these guys in a parlay. So that was what I would do when we did the 3-player parlay. I hit with Cousins. Who was it? Cousins. I think Cousins, Herbert, Mahomes, or Cousins, something like that. We hit it this weekend. But I want a piece of that too. I want both of these guys. Can we do that on FanDuel, the over 1.5 touchdowns each?
I don't know if that's the same game parlay.
I did. I know you could do it with separate games because you can only do one from the same game. But I think you can on MGM, if not. Let's do this. Let's go to DraftKings over here. We'll click on same game parlay because that's what I want. I think that's the easiest bet of the day. Let's just see what
MGM. I'm pretty sure you can do it.
I think you can do it on both. Passing props. I don't want to fuck with the yardage because of the boost. Herbert passing touchdowns 2+. Mahomes passing touchdowns 2+. Same game parlay -125. Guys, I want you to call your mom. Tell her Tommy G says what's up, especially if she's got some nice titties and she's pretty. But what I really want you to do is I want you to call your mom and get a loan. I want you to tell her to empty out her retirement account. I want you to tell her to empty out every dollar that she has saved. And I want you to put it all on Mahomes 2 touchdowns, Herbert 2 touchdowns, -125. Cool? Great. Tell her I said what's up. All right, Bill, what do you think of that?
I mean, that's good.
How's that lose?
Not investment advice.
That is definitely investment advice. Invest in this cock, mama subscriber guy.
I mean, me and my mom already invested in Judge over 61.5.
Yeah.
So.
Evan seems like he's got a hot mom, right?
Oh, geez.
Like, what are the odds Evan doesn't have a hot mom?
I don't fucking know.
No? No, Ev?
I'm not calling my mom hot.
That's what
I'm just
someone
not
who has
going to
a
do
hot
that.
mom- That's what someone who has a hot mom would say. Bill, what else we got there? Evan, do you like anything on this game? What are you looking at? You've been pretty heavy in football mode.
Give me the over.
Oh, Evan.
Hammer the over.
Put it on the sheet. Put it on the sheet.
I missed the over last week. I had the over with the Bills and the Rams, but this one's hitting. I agree. They're going to need fireworks. Jeff Bezos, little faction game going here.
A faction Jackson.
Faction Bezos.
Little faction Jackson. We can do a little fun same game teaser on this one. I love those 13-point same game teasers. As you know, the only thing I'm worried about is that having the under 67.5 on there. But stick something else in for this weekend. Take the Saints. So you can go Chargers plus 17.5, Chiefs plus, what would that be, 8.5, over 40.5, and then the Saints plus 15. So let's do that. So that'll be Chargers. Let me just write. You write and I'll write at the same time. 13-point teaser. Over. No, that'll be over 40.5. I got it.
All right.
We'll do over 40.5 on that. Bill, what was that? 40.5.
I wasn't even listening to you.
KC plus 8.5. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
LAC plus 17.5, and then Saints plus 13 plus 2.5, 15.5. All right, that's a little fucking banger. Any other props here? We're gonna have a bunch more stuff for the subscribers. Anything else you want to give away for free, Bill Rupp?
Nope.
No, they got to pay for the rest.
Of course.
All right, you got to pay for the rest.
Lunch.
You got to pay for the rest. I will tell you this. I'm a little lower on the rushing side of KC and higher on the rushing side of Kansas City. So there is a play I have. I do think Jerick McKinnon. What's up?
KC and then Kansas City.
I'm sorry, Chargers. I'm a little lower on the Chargers rushing side of things. And I think if it gets weird, it may be that you see the fucking Chiefs running the ball like crazy and having success. But probably interested.
Not.
Yeah, I hope that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to pick the paths of how it could get stupid, right? How could it get stupid? Is it?
Well, I mean, Mahomes didn't stop last week.
No, I'm not saying stupid. Again, it wasn't a primetime game last week, right? It's got to be a primetime game for shit to be fixed like that. So I mean, we got to treat the primetime games different than any other games. But Mahomes,
It's got to be a good game tonight. It has. There's too much stuff on the line.
First day on Amazon Prime, shit's going to the moon. Let's let it hang. Let that thing swang, and then we'll go with it. We're not going to get conspiracy weird here. We're just going to fucking go after it. So that's it. So if you guys are playing some DFS or putting in some stray bets, love Kelsey all over him. Big on Everett. Like Palmer. Love the 2 touchdowns for each quarterback. Not really high on Eckler in this one, although I will hit him live if he shows signs. And probably going to stay off the chalk Mike Williams and other receivers there. I think Everett's going to be my guy to lean on here on the Chargers side of the ball. But I think they sling it, and I think fucking Herbert might throw fucking the first 10 completions to 9 different players because that's what he does. So, and then we got Mecole Hardman, who Rackets likes. Juju, I think we all want to see another week. I don't think we're going to chase that steam on Juju. And we'll do some fun props and have some fun at 4 Deep Bets. 5:30 today, we got Rupp and Rackets coming on. And then we got the whole fucking live sweat show tonight for the Thursday night football game. Bill Rupp, any final words for you, my friend?
5:30, Rupp and Rackets in the Discord.
Evan Hand, final words.
Hammer the over.
Hammer the over.
Rackets must have got arrested. He's why he didn't come back on.
He can't. Listen, guys, if you're creaming and streaming, don't do it in a parking lot with children. Never. That's your first rule. Don't cream and stream. Kiddies in the parking lot. For Joey Rackets, who's probably in pedophile prison somewhere. Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, I am Tommy G. Sign up for 4deepbets.com. We're going to skull fuck it today. We need points today, Amazon Prime. Get off to a good start. 47-42 final. Good luck. Stay cashing.
Let's go!